Hey, what is going on? Good morning, gamers. It is August 8th, 2024. I am Adam Blue. This is the Blue Gamer Bluecast morning show, where every morning, Monday through Friday, around 8 Central, I'll spend about 20, 30 minutes talking about the latest video game news, what I've been getting into video game wise, and any other interesting video game stuff to talk about. Let's see. Starting for today, I'm going to jump into what I've been playing. There's been a few things. Let's see. Let me get this shared. All right. So, where should I start? One, played a little bit of Volgar the Viking 2 yesterday. Actually, I did it on stream as well with a little like mini reviewer impressions. Very positive. If you like that type of game, it plays like the first. I like that. This second one kind of added a way for those that have a hard time adapting to the difficulty to be able to continue to play and build up that skill set. So I really like what they did with the second one. So I'm probably going to see more of it than the first. That might make me go back to the first. Okay, and then Dead or Alive 6. So why did I play Dead or Alive 6 randomly? Well, this was one where I had gone back to beat the like the story mode, and then they had some DLC on sale. It was for the King of Fighters characters, and they had some the story missions, but it was like super short story missions that I did really quick. I'm like, all right, well, I'm glad the DLC is so that's the thing. Dead or Alive 6 has so much DLC and it seems kind of pricey, but there's sales often, and there was actually a sale for the King of Fighters characters, so that worked out. Um I might be done with Dead or Alive 6 because a lot of times I just go through the story mode. I think Dead or Alive 4 was the last time I played online often. Um so yeah, I don't know. Just after giving SVC Chaos a break, I beat it with every character. I have to go back and do it with the hidden characters, but I just jumped into Dead or Alive 6 for a second. All right, Metal Slug 3, because of the kind of Metal Slug train I'm on with Awakening, having so much fun with that. I decided to jump back into 3 for a little bit to play some, unlocked a whole bunch of achievements. It was okay. So here's what's interesting. Let me see. So what I really like about, and I guess I got to share this. What I really like about Exophase is so we clicked on the Metal Slug 3 Steam that I have, and it showed, the August 7th, when I got some achievements, but also it shows the first one I got, February 14th, 2014. So it had been about 10 years since I first played Metal Slug 3 on PC. Now, I, of course, played it before because it's on the compilations on like the PSP, PS2. And then I think it even shows where I played the 360 version. But that's if I do a search for it. But anyway, that's just a neat other aspect I like about this is that I can see when I last played a game, and then work on getting achievements. And then Minecraft, I had just loaded it up because my son was talking about something with it. So I was loading it up just to look. It's neat that I've accumulated, at least on the Windows 10 version, 39 hours over the time since, which that's not when it first came out. So that seems like a lot. I bet I've left my PC on. Okay. And so here's something very interesting, actually. Because I'm just like thinking out loud. I need to link my GOG back. Good Galaxy of Games, good old games. No, GOG Galaxy. You know what I'm talking about. So basically, part of my story was I was going to talk about, but that's okay. So, Metal Slug Arcade. So what I want to do is go back and play the original Metal Slug again, and I've beaten them all. I think the main platform I beat them on was PSP when that anthology collection came out. It could have been PS2, maybe it was PS2. And on those versions, it, like, either it had save states or no, it was just unlimited continues because it was, where you just press select it because it was basically taking the arcade version, I think. Could be wrong. Anyway, what I'm trying to get at is I'm using RetroArch to play the original Metal Slug arcade version, um, and it has achievements. I love it. So, like for instance, this one is clear mission one with a slug tank. Oh, I just happened to beat it in the tank, so I got that achievement. Just clear mission one in general. So then I was playing the GOG version, which is actually the version that's on, I think, Xbox and Steam also. And what's interesting about it is it has achievements also in its own platform, but when you beat a level, then you have the option to go and choose another mission. It has like the difficulty, so it, that's just another thing I keep in mind when I'm playing like this arcade version of Metal Slug. I'm not going to kill myself to get all the achievements just because that game doesn't like save. It doesn't have save points. I don't like to use save states in ROMs, depending on the game. But I'm glad, and that's another reason why, even though I like that we have access to these older games, like in that way, I like how sometimes they can be modernized. Like the modern version of Metal Slug has the mission saved separately, so you can go to them in any order. Little quality of life stuff. So there's that balance. As much as I like playing ROM based, the older games, the original way, I do like quality of life changes on new ones. Anyway, I got to get that GOG connection going back again. I wonder why, because I know it does that every once in a while, but okay. Let's see. Oh, Autonomous is saying DOA 6, I think, is one of the top games ever in sheer number and price required to get all DLC. Thankfully, 99% of it is cosmetic. Yeah, that's it's insane when I was looking at the DLC, but I even mathed it out and I have been doing it. Certain DLC I want, I wait for a sale and then it shows up and then I grab it. And then sometimes it's cheaper to get something on sale in a season pass rather than like in a pack or vice versa. Um, yeah, that's one of those games where it's like I know that it has this DLC. I would never buy it full price, and I'll just wait for sales. I wonder if, I don't know. Okay. This other game, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, just popped up on Game Pass. I thought it might have been on there before, but you know what? I think that might have been 4 or it was PS Plus I'm talking about. Anyway, decided to jump in, play some for a little bit, and I was reminded why when I recently jumped back into it to play through them, it's one of those where it there's this certain feeling I got when I first played Crash Bandicoot when it first came out, because it was pretty amazing because it was still, with 3D games were still very new, and a lot of times I think it depended on the art style or how you were controlling something. In Crash Bandicoot was just very unique with its art style and how you were controlling, where it almost played like a 2D game, but you're still having like that third person kind of view. And at the time, that was just amazing to control, to play, to look at. But I think over time, it's been an example of a series, or specifically the older games, where they don't hold up as well. It's still fun. It's just that as I was playing it, I was like, okay, yeah, the charm of what made this interesting is kind of worn off on me. But that being said, I still do want to try to play through them again. And I say again, I probably have not ever played through or beat any of them because they've always never really stuck with me. So, but I might try to do that. I kind of like getting these classic games played. Yeah, Crash 4 was on PS Plus. It could have been what I was thinking about. Insane Trilogy did alter some of the feel. It's hard to explain, but you'll notice it. I bet actually just for how nice it controls. I'm sure they had to have tweaked it because it's still a fun, good time. It is. Let's see. Anything else I wanted to bring up here? with that. No, just yeah, it wasn't. Yesterday, my game playing was more just experiment. I wasn't really spending a lot of time playing. I was kind of just experimenting and checking out some stuff. But okay, let's move on. What's next? So, reviews for the Borderlands movie has come out, and to be honest, so it's pretty bad. Like no one's really saying that it's good. And I haven't seen it, so I can't say for myself. But I would say that it looked like it would be bad, but I gave it the benefit of the doubt because of the Jumanji connection and how even with the Jumanji movies, there is an entertaining aspect to watching it. Um, it's interesting because I feel like that series made a lot of money, Jumanji, the newer ones, but no one doesn't continue to talk about it. It's just those weird things. To me, it's like Avatar. Like I was surprised Avatar like made 1 billion but no one really talks about it. And but anyway, so to hear that people aren't enjoying it, it's kind of too bad because it was looking pretty fun. So this is an example straight up of like I wouldn't go to the theater to watch this. I would just watch it on streaming. It would if the reviews came out and it was like half, like some people were saying, "Oh no, it was pretty good." I I could potentially go see it in the theater, but this is an example of it, like telling me, "No, I'm not gonna go." But yeah, streaming maybe it's interesting. Interesting. I'm just so fascinated because it looks like it would be good on paper. It looks like it would be good. Um, yeah, too bad. Okay, something neat I found here. Oh no, it wasn't this. Let's see. Okay, so for the Ghostbusters video game that came out, I think it was 2009. Um, someone made a mod for it to be Ghostbusters 2. Now, I I didn't read this whole thing, but I think it's more of a like a skinned makeover. But I wonder if they would make, let's see, if you missed oh, okay, uniforms are swapped, ditching the yeah, it looks like it's more of just the look. It would be cool if they made levels, from, uh, like, like if they actually made the game into, the Ghostbusters games because they're almost there. That Ghostbuster game is an example of, like, when I feel like a video game does a property right because there's a part of that game you are exploring the scenes from the movies. It reminds me of like the Evil Dead game, the way they built that, or Aliens Colonial Marines. You just then have to go in and make it good and interesting, make scenarios that are based off the properties. So I wonder if we're going to see more of that in the future, like how easy it would be that there's a total conversion of a game like Ghostbusters, where hey, someone went in and maybe using modern tools and AI, were able to modify the code, the engine, and make like a whole new game. I hope that happens. Ultron, I'm saying I am biased against Gearbox, so I can't comment. I'm right there with you. It's one of those things where I feel bad that I feel that way, but like I feel strongly that way. um Okay, what else did I come across that I found interesting? There's this F-Zero inspired racer Aero GPX launches in early access today, which was on Tuesday, and it's cool. I mean, it's straight up looks like a modern F-Zero. Take a little minimalist, and maybe that's the sake of the graphics, or maybe to look clear. Um, yeah, this looks great, like super fast, just like F-Zero. Like like it looks like it's impossible. Um. Anyway, yeah, that's Aero GPX. I'm gonna have to check that out. Um. Let's see. Yeah, let's just jump into Just the headlines. See if there's anything interesting that popped up. Okay. Not too familiar with that. What? Verizon announces free high school esports league. I don't know how that works, but I don't know. Let's see. New Elden Ring patch. Okay. Dragon Ball MOBA hosting regional beta test this August. Okay. The finals and Arc Raiders should be published in China by Tencent. Halo World Championship. What exactly is a gamer? And why does it matter? Okay, let me look at that here in a second. I'm curious what that all means. Console Wars, the card game. Interesting. I'm going to have to check that out. Oh, yeah. News about Warner Brothers. It's interesting because after talking about that yesterday, it's probably a rumor or maybe just speculation of like Microsoft buying stake in Warner Brothers. That'd be interesting. Which I don't mind, because what really Microsoft did is they acquired a bunch of these AAA IP that went off the deep end, that completely went mainstream. Might as well consolidate all that stuff. So like even the Warner Brothers games, we saw what they did with Suicide Squad, with the Mortal Kombat. They're just like big mainstream properties now. Consolidate that, leave room for the more interesting games to kind of bubble up. Game sales slightly below expectations at Sega, despite some favorable performances. Yeah, because I think we were talking about yesterday how like their physical sales or something are good, something like that. Or no, it was the sales of like one-time purchased games, non-live service stuff. Bandai Namco profits rose 56% during first quarter of 2025. I wonder if that has to do with Elden Ring pre-orders. Yeah, is there anything else interesting? No. Okay, let's look at that other article that I happened to come across. What exactly is a gamer and why does it matter? PhD student Emo Kaufman unpacks the paradoxical term during an insightful hypertalk at Amaze Sheffield. Okay, a lot of stuff I don't know about that. So who knows how much credit I should put into this. Okay. Kaufman says the research highlights the complexity of a term riddled with contradictory meanings. It is important, she says, to understand that gamer can mean wildly different things to different people. So why does it matter? Because when one part of that colossal diverse community attempts to seize ownership, it can dictate who gets to play. This is about who gets to play games, who companies and developers anticipate will play games, and who feels like video games belong to them. Importantly, the good stuff doesn't cancel out the bad. Just because some people think gamer is an inclusive, joyful identity doesn't stop the fact that some people associate with all these really negative and sometimes dangerous ideas. Language and the way we talk about things matters. That's true. Gaming culture obviously faces a lot of challenges, and I hope the gaming space is one that can acknowledge and recognize this. The National Video Game Museum mission statement is video games are for everyone, forever. I think it's important to remember that sometimes takes it's important to remember that sometimes takes work, and not everyone always agrees with us. I didn't really get anything out of this. Except that I mean, you can call yourself whatever you want, and there's no real rule that says what you can or can't call yourself. I mean, okay. Epic says some Fortnite Battle Pass items will no longer be exclusive. I heard about this. So the idea is for future Battle Pass items that you could get it again and not be left out. But I guess the previous stuff, um, they're not going to sell yet. All these things always change. They always say one thing and it changes. Which is fun because eventually you got to change things up anyway. Pull people back in, entice newer people. Wow, already how to unlock all Black Ops 6 achievements. Am I crazy? Wow. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, there's nothing really coming to mind to talk about. I don't think there's any big news. Yeah, we're getting into yesterday anyway, so yeah, we can end it here. I don't want to go too long if there's not too much to talk about, but there's always something every day for me to talk about. So that's gonna be it. I think I have no real gaming plans for the rest of the day or after work. I'll probably try to, yep, just do my dailies in Metal Slug Awakening. Maybe even play the original again to try to beat it again. That's about it. Yeah, nothing too crazy. You know, okay, here we go. Here we go. Signy is going to be free on the Epic Games Store here later today. So I'm going to be playing that so I can talk about it tomorrow. I'll try to get enough game playing in so I can give some impressions tomorrow. And then, yeah, I think that's about it. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk again tomorrow. See you.